of us, so they boo each other, think that they're the winning team, go losing, then they choose another. And that's okay, cause I'm competing with me, not you. I live with blessings like I can't stop sneezing, not you. I hate to break it, but me and myself top two. I blow away the competition like a bowl of hot soup. And there's no catch, I go and get the bag and I'm not bringing it back. I'm like a down QB, I put the pain in the past. And if you ever had a problem, promise I didn't ask. So it's 4-4-4 in the car, my dash. I shake a big, told them all, you went first, you last. Little boy, that's facts, I'ma grow that cash to my money. You know what? Let me stop.
From the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans, it's time for Monday Night Football on EA Sports. See Josh Allen and the New Orleans Saints versus Jameis Winston and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
We are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome here in New Orleans. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New Orleans Saints. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Saints team as they interplay. They have certainly got it rolling of late. Winners of 6. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. Taking it about the 1. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. It's Josh Allen that'll be orchestrating the offense, a 6'5" quarterback from Wyoming.
I don't know about you, but I've absolutely loved his consistency throughout the season. Always good, occasionally spectacular. But right now, he's on the outside of that MVP race. What's it going to take for him to get it done down the stretch?
You're right, on the fringe. But, hey, it's Week 14. There's still a month left for him to make a lasting impression, have some scintillating plays, and then who knows?
Yeah, those scintillating plays, those splash plays, those plays we'll talk about for the next week leading up to the next game. He'll need a bunch of those down the stretch in order to win the award.
Saquon Barkley.
In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snootful, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
2nd and 5 now. Allen, quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy. And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 7 yards there and a first down.
33-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And now they'll throw with Allen. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of the defense.
And he is going to have a Saints first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold him to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Throwing on first down is Allen. He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. 3 yards to gain there, 2nd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
3rd and 6.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Allen. This will be caught at about the 5. And the Saints are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visual.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do. And when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there. That nice opening drive because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
The Saints have a 7-0 lead. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it ends with a Saquon Barkley touchdown run. kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They'll be under the command of the former Florida State Seminole, the #1 overall pick in 2015, Jameis Winston.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win like a good pitcher without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Gain of a yard. Brings up second.
Here's Johnson. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
The ball carrier.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field.
It's a gain of 4.
And it's from the gun, Winston. On the catch, it's Duke Johnson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Pass complete to Duke Johnson.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Off the draw, here's Johnson. 2 yards gets them back to where they started, but now 3rd and 10.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. Oh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
This 3rd down just got even more difficult. 3rd down and 15 after the false start. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Out comes the Saints offensive unit and the NFC playoff race. Let's have a look at it. And for the moment, they're sitting pretty in possession of that #2 seed. But as we know and often happens, this is all still subject to change.
Oh, you're so right about that. But even though the math isn't there yet, I think it's going to take new math for them not to make the playoffs. They're almost certainly going to be in the tournament and certainly going to be a dangerous team if you have to play against them.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, it's Allen. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
With the Bucs offense making their way back out on the field, let's take a look at the playoff picture, Charles, coming into the weekend in the NFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about what the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And
Winston lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they'll have great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's Allen to throw it. That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The ball's still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul-searching on 4th down. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Saints 7, Buccaneers 0.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Adam Troutman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints add on to their lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Wants to try to add the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Back now comes Tampa Bay. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
Down at the 23-yard line.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Winston. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 6.
On 3rd down, Winston. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28.
A 5-yard pickup.
Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Here's Brett Kern now as he'll kick it away for the second time. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here comes Michael Thomas and the rest of the Saints offense. Second quarter here, he has only 1 catch, but they have the lead. You got to think there's going to be more involved at some point.
That's what you would expect, but sometimes what defenses do to take away a player of his magnitude, it costs them in other areas. And right now, with them losing, they may have to change their focus, and maybe he will open up a little bit more as the game goes on.
Well, so far, just the single catch. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Here's Allen. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Andrew Billings forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Open man is the tight end Troutman. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow them to convert a 3rd and 18.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now Saquon Barkley, and he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Second and 11 at the 41. On the run, it's Barkley. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. From the gun, Allen. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
A 54-yard attempt.
And Lutz puts this one through. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0.
17. Buccaneers, nothing.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it? To find out all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
And we focus on Duke Johnson now. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Give the defense to react to other people.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. And he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now it's Barkley. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Lutz is good. And the lead now increases to 20-0.
Buccaneers, nothing.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
A look at Jameis Winston now as he gears up to lead this offense again. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
It's a gain of 9.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains. It was enough to get them a 1st down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball. I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Now 2nd and 11 from the 32.
Working out of the gun, Winston. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
Return team.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Here's Allen on 1st and 10.
A throw over the middle taken in by Troutman.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 31-yard line.
This is Barkley.
And this will wind up a Saints first down as he gets it up past the 35.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
For a Saints.
Barkley.
Saquon Barkley on the carry.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd down.
Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
Mike Evans in the Tampa offense about to set up shop.
You better believe that he's well aware he has 0 catches right now, and they're losing, so he's probably a little hungry.
And you know the guys on defense are aware as well. And they're really excited that he has no catches, but they're also worried because a lot of times that's like the ticking time bomb. The longer you hold him down, when he finally explodes, look out.
Yeah, no catches, though, so far this game. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Winston, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Johnson. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. It's taken up around the 40. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. through the air first. Maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive maybe. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Operating from the gun. Allen firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will finish off this 3rd quarter of play. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. Next, we head off to check out another game. And things didn't work out so well as they fall to the visiting New England Patriots. 30-24 was the final. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the 2nd quarter. Meanwhile, our game has been a boat race. Very one-sided to this point. And for the call of the 2nd half, let's get it back to our commentating team of Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing, Winston. Over the middle, complete to Tate. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Right back to him for 10 more and a first. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
First down.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now Johnson. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Second and 11 now. Jameis to throw it.
That's complete to his running back, Evans.
Winston's pass.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
A gain of 4. And it's third down.
Winston. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, they just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
4th down, so Zach Taylor sends out the field goal unit. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And that'll get this back down to a 20-point spread.
Buccaneers 3.
So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing. All right, they didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. From the 25 on second down. And it will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. It was the linebacker, Devin White, there to knock it away. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To the air, Allen. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chance. We'll see if they can get the score. And incomplete. A drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. They'll run it with Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Winston. And that is incomplete.
Winston's pass. Incomplete from the contact.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. From the gun, Allen gets this one to Hill. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Hill. No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd and 13.
Allen. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. Turns into the end zone. A full recovery touchdown for the Bucs. Yeah, so hold the phone here, Charles. I'd kind of written them off, but after that touchdown, it's certainly a long way still to go, but stranger things have happened.
Well, when you're going to have big second-half comebacks, plays like that have to be involved.
Point after try forthcoming. It's up, it's true as they get back in it a bit here. It's now 23-10. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Tampa Bay defense coming back out now. And they had the fumble return for a touchdown, and boom, they're right back out there again.
And you hear so many people talk about opportunistic defenses in today's football. Well, they make their own breaks because they work at it all the time. We've been at the practices, the drills where they're trying to strip the football, the takeaways. They're always working on it, and it paid off for them on the last possession.
Paid off. Now can they do it again? And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
11 yards there, 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And now they'll throw with Allen. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 7 yards, the pickup there. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll run with Barkley. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And that play will go nowhere. Loses losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race. But how about that backer? He figured it and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. To throw, it's Allen. Pressure, he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
A loss of 7.
They were trying to set up that screen, trying to get that screen to formulate. Took too long.
Ends up taking a sack, and that leads you to a couple of other questions. Number one, why don't you just get rid of the football near the screen guy so that you don't take an interception? But really, the big one, they just took everything away, and he was really kind of flummoxed on that play and ended up taking the sack.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Oh, what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And this has not been their best half so far. They're down double digits already and now forced to operate from inside their own 5.
And what they have to do now is not curse their fate as much as focus on the task at hand. Inside their own 5-yard line, they've got to be careful taking care of the football and not turning it over for the defense to score additional points.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
2-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up.
They go to Johnson again. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. On 3rd down, Johnson. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Here's Brett Kern now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he's able to get it out of there. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here 1st and 10. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a 2nd time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that 2nd score here in the 3rd quarter. That'll go as a loss of 5, and it'll make this a 2nd and long.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
So back at the midfield stripe now, they'll come up 2nd and long. From midfield, here's Allen. He's got a man. That's caught left sideline. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle around twice with the encore. If you know, you know.
As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a give to Barkley. And not much, maybe a yard down to the 23. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Operating from the gun. Allen gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas.
Allen's pass.
Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
Throwing is Allen on third. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. Now Barkley stripped on the football, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. Back now comes Tampa Bay. They trail by 2 scores in the fourth, and their defense did its job getting the fumble recovery. And time to see what this offense has left in the tank. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Tate. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of... Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. Look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Right side here, and that's complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 23 yards on the play.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Frank Clark in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and...
Here's Barkley. And he'll take this one down near the 15.
Again, the ball carrier. He's brought down at the 15-yard line.
3 straight runs now, and that defense is held.
Yeah, we often talk about how the low man wins, right? Who wins leverage at the line of scrimmage. But it's not just that leverage. It's leverage with power. Who takes the line of scrimmage and moves it one way or the other? Right now, I can imagine the defense yelling at the offense, hey, guys, if I were you, I'd kick it. You're not getting in.
A 32-yard attempt.
And Lutz's kick is good. And that will swell the lead to 16.
26. Buccaneers 10.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
20-yard line.
Jameis Winston and company heading back onto the field now. With his guys trailing here in the 4th, he can ill afford a repeat of the interception that ended the last drive.
Yeah, you're 2 scores down. You take it upon yourself now to play perfect or near perfect football if you want to get your team back into the game. But it's also tough to do when you're trying to avoid errors, yet still play perfect football.
And his throw is incomplete. He was trying to get that ball to Auden Tate, and it's 2nd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And that is incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
3rd down and 10.
From the gun, Winston. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 28. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for a touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he returns this to the 22.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Winston and the Bucs take over now 1st and 10 at their own 22. Back to it after the pick 6. Winston. Screenplay, Johnson. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards there on the 1st down screenplay.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and
to throw again on 2nd down. Winston. That's complete to Tyler Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
1st down, Buccaneers.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Call it a gain of 14 for the 2nd play in a row.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And he'll be taken down by the face mask, it appeared. And yes, out come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 50.
absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
From the red zone now, Winston. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Saints.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. The Bucs on 3rd down. A pretty anemic, a very anemic 1 for 9 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. This will be caught just inside the 10. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? To Johnson again. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4.
This likely a must-have. 3rd and goal.
Working out of the gun. Winston. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs.
Number 13.
Mike Evans. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are able to cut in now to that deficit. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. To throw is Winston. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. 4th quarter, it felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
A pretty good looking run there on 1st down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1.
They'll give it to Barkley off the option play.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
A handoff to Barkley on the option.
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And here's Allen on 3rd down. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
On 1st and 10, Winston. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Now they got to get to the line quickly. And he'll find his man on the end route, complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 7 yards there and a 1st down. And a catch right side by Evans. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. It's brought in left side by Tate. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for the sack. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Here's Brett Kern now as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Saints, the win pushes their record now to 11-2 on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Packers will come to town. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, it's going